Okay, now we're in contract, and so the contingencies will be removed. We're in business. This is exciting, isn't it? But don't get too excited just yet. We have to get through the contingency timeframes with the buyer.
First, we will ensure the lender has all the documentation for the loan. Meanwhile, the buyer is inspecting the property and reviewing all the reports and disclosures that you were required to provide. This typically takes anywhere between 7 and 17 days, depending on what was initially agreed upon in the contract.
Even now, with higher rates, we still have some cases where a very desirable home received multiple offers and one of the buyers offered to waive some or all of their contingencies at the time they made their offer. This isn't quite as common now as it was over the last few years. Anyway, while the buyer's contingencies are still in force, the buyer can back out of the purchase. If the appraisal is low, if they're not happy with what they discover in any of the reports or disclosures, or any of the other inspections.
After reviewing the reports and having their inspections, the buyer will sometimes ask for repairs, or they could possibly ask for money credits for things they've discovered during their inspections. Buyers also have the option to back out of the whole transaction if they choose. They can also back out if they have requests that the owner can't or won't agree to.
When this occurs, the buyer can back out and get their money back. Also, if for some reason they're not able to qualify for the loan, or if the house doesn't appraise, they can back out. When a home does not appraise for the contractual amount, the lender will only make a loan based on the appraised value. When something like this occurs, we sometimes can work out the agreement where the buyer and the seller will work together to overcome the problem. Obviously, they take into consideration what the buyer is actually qualified for.
Any additional money required would need to be made up for from the buyer, or the seller will sometimes agree to adjusting the contractual price or the type of loan to use. If problems like these occur and an agreement cannot be worked out with the escrow company, they cannot retain the buyer's deposit.
This is why it's essential to hire an experienced agent who knows how to properly vet buyers and their offer, and who asks the right question and has the right conversations with the other agent and the lender. The buyer's deposit is only at risk if they have officially removed all of their contingencies.
So we always advise our clients not to start packing their bags until all those contingencies have been removed. You'll want to get all the contingencies removed as soon as possible and within the contractual timelines as much as possible.
Once the contingencies are removed, you'll experience a little relief and have more assurance that the home is actually going to sell. Then you can ensure that your move will go according to schedule. Watch below and see what is next. It is important to us that you know what to expect. Please feel free to reach out to us personally with your questions.
We love to learn more about your plans and find out what all of your needs are. We want to know how we can best serve and advise you, because we're John and Claire Hickey. We love guiding you home.